This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
We're having more technical problems. We live in the 21st century.
Savaged Unfiltered.
Not only should we not be supporting it, but we gave $30 billion. Did you know we gave $30 billion this weekend?
Your host, Mike.
Halliday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Halliday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Halliday. Halliday, bring it on.
Like a Hellcat.
Alrighty, guys, welcome to Savaged Unfiltered. Welcome, guys. Hope everybody is having a great holiday week. Hope your Thanksgiving was great. Mine was great. So, on to today's show, guys. Black Friday and holiday travel madness. So, as everybody knows, there is many stores that decided to keep their doors closed this Thanksgiving holiday, including big Walmart giants, I said it backwards. Big giants like Walmart, Amazon, Target, all the big corporate stores, guys, out there have decided to keep their doors closed. And rightfully so, Sauce. Like, how do you agree on that, man? Do you think it was a right business decision to keep their doors closed, man? Or
for yesterday, for the Thanksgiving, for yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Why wouldn't? Because Thanksgiving is about being with family. And Thanksgiving is about going around the table, stopping everything, stopping the world, just to sit around and just being thankful for the family you have, not just lining up at the stores like they did back in the early, towards before 2020.
The Black Friday frenzy, an estimated 116 million shoppers hitting the stores. Bedlam in the aisles of some of the nation's biggest retailers, shoppers fighting over garments at this Victoria's Secret in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
They would line up
deep
and
discounts, triggering a
keep the
free
stores
for all.
open through Thanksgiving, and that's when they consider Black Friday. I said, why would you leave everything open? You're taking that time of the store owners, the clerks, the cashiers. You're taking their time away from their family.
Oh, absolutely.
I absolutely loved yesterday for Thanksgiving. We had a wonderful family outing, and it was absolutely phenomenal. And I loved going around the stores and gas stations saying that we're closed. That's how it should be.
Savaged Unfiltered.
Take time. No offense. We need to take time and spend time with the family. So, we need to take time and be appreciative for what we have.
Oh, absolutely.
Sorry, I'm getting a little bit preachy, but
you're fine, Sash. You're fine. I get it, man. I get it.
Michael Gardner, Uncensored.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for David, a.k.a. Preacher Man, here on Fraser Chronicles Podcast.
Guys, we have Mr. David Fraser, known as the Preacher Man, here on the show, Savaged Unfiltered, from his show, Fraser Chronicles. How you doing, man? How's your holidays going?
I'm doing great. The holidays is going great. Thank you for having me on today. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, excited to have you part of the show. Obviously, Sas and I just opened up the show about 4 minutes ago, man, with the decision of many big corporate giants such as Walmart, Amazon, Target, all over, decided to keep the doors closed this year for Thanksgiving. They've done it last year and, the year prior to that. I got Sauce's, pretty much his opinion on this. What do you feel? Do you feel that was a good business decision on these stores, man, to keep them closed? Or
Yes, I think that it was a great decision. Get back to that family time. A lot of people throughout the year don't even sit at the table together. So is this the opportunity for them to get at the table, sit down, because life is short. And I don't know if people realize that life is really short. 1 minute you're here and the next minute you're gone. So that was a great business decision. If it was, coming from me, it's a great decision.
Yeah, even with the high inflation, David, you think it was still a good decision? Because we're seeing inflation, man, really, really high. You think it's going to be a damage to their corporation at all by pretty much keeping that? I mean, because we look at inflation right now, and the reason why I'm saying that is just keeping a business closed just for a day now can hurt the company very, very on a very, very high financial note. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But look at the Black Friday, though, Michael. Look at how they're going to make up all the lost revenue today and tomorrow and Cyber Monday. So all their lost revenue that they would have lost yesterday, they're making it up, and they're making it way in the surplus because they
may never meet
today. From today
there you go.
until Monday, they're about to see the gross revenue that they've never seen before because it's the highest money spent for the families.
Over TVs, again, one of the deeply discounted big-ticket items attracting buyers. The average shopper expected to spend more than $1,000 this holiday season.
Yeah, they're making up the difference. The loss that they've lost through either COVID or not COVID, through the inflation this past year. They're making it up. Like for instance, JCPenney's, they're having like the inflation. They're cutting off the giving super deal breakers from JCPenney so people can come up and spend more money. For instance, if you spend $100, you get $100 in cash. So it's an incentive. So I think that's a very cool thing that a lot of stores are doing as well, doing major incentives to bring people back in the stores and as well as online to cover up the loss that they lost during this year and last year.
Oh, absolutely.
What do you think, David?
Oh, I think that they're going to make money even with the inflation. With the online, I want to go through the online order aspect where many people are going to be sitting around their family and talking about what they want and looking at the deals and making those purchases. So again, I'm kind of with Saucelin on this, that they're going to make that money. And I think that's one reason, if you look at it, could be that they want the families to be around each other so that they can make those online purchases and again make a profit.
You mentioned online, man. Everybody's sitting at the dinner table, giving their blessings, giving their their heart out on this great Thanksgiving, and the phones have to come out. So
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So Amazon and Walmart just came out with their this what was it the other day actually, and Amazon reported that they had over 20 million in a rise just this year. And I think that's tremendous, because we're still in inflation, we're still having rocky unemployment rates and stuff like that. Even
Michael Gardner, unfiltered, uncensored.
though the president says that we have a great economy, which I don't see. I think.
He was fact checked, by the way.
What was that, Saz?
He was fact checked by Elon Musk on that and stating that it went back to President Trump saying that they had the highest. The economy was booming under President Trump, so he was fact checked, and then the White House took down the tweet.
Of course. Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
So if I wouldn't mind interrupting, so Amazon came out their quarterly earnings, and so I get quarterly earnings as a shareholder, and they went and surprisingly, they are going to furlough over 20,000 people instead of 11,000. Because it's because of the inflation thing, and so Amazon's actually getting hit by inflation pretty hard. And
there's a lot of companies doing that, Sauce. I know FedEx has begun doing their furloughs of their truck drivers this past month. I think they started around the 4th of November, and they're continuing out. Yeah.
But you know why? And you know why, David? They're furloughing a lot of people. It's because Amazon grew too fast and didn't get enough time to
You've made iHeartRadio the fastest growing music app in the U.S. Why? Because we connect you to all of your favorite music and radio stations in one free app. And this fall, prepare to take control of how you listen to the radio. Replay. That song on your radio you just can't hear enough? Immediately replay and sing along again. Save. Save the music you love on the radio directly to your playlist. Play. Search for and play any song on demand. Skips. Unlimited skips. Offline. Take the music from your favorite stations offline. Introducing iHeartRadio Plus and iHeartRadio All Access. Your radio now on demand.
Yeah, I think he's. Hey, David, you still with us, man? He might have some mic issues.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, bud. Yeah, David, we can hear you, man. The floor is yours, buddy. If you need to say anything on this comment.
Yes. I feel like you said they kind of grew too fast. I think that the business structure was revenue. When anybody puts a business or they start a business, their biggest goal is revenue, their ROIs, return on investments. Sometimes I don't think everyone thinks the plan straight. I just think that everybody's like, this is how I want it. This is where we're going to go. And then they start trying to make that vision happen. And when that happens, this is what you get. You get people furloughed. You get people, and to me, it's not fair. It's not a fair system. But I mean, that's their business plan. I'm guessing, because if they had a business plan where it was about the people and more so, people first, then we wouldn't be in this position. But like you said, they went kind of grew too fast.
So like built a house on wet cement. That's
Yeah.
what its definition is. And another thing is that, and it also doesn't help this as well. The diesel shortage. We can't forget about that.
Yeah.
And that's why there's massive shortage. And did you know I actually bought my Christmas presents for the families? You know what month? October.
Yeah.
Beginning of October. So I'd make sure that comes in just in time.
Right.
Yeah, Sash, you mentioned the diesel, right? The diesel crisis right now. I said this on a show, earlier this month. Sauce was on it, David. We're seeing more freight cars going up and down the rails right now.
That was on my show.
Yeah. We touched a little bit on my show too, Sash. Yeah, we're seeing more and more, man. More and more issues with the freight cars, because of the diesel shortage.
Wow. Yes.
And then another thing that we can't also forget about is the railroad strike, and that a lot of people are not covering this, that the deal with the union actually fell through. So we're going to really see what's going to happen after the holiday season and during this time, especially like even on Monday, and how the markets are going to react, because Saudi Arabia, the couple of days before Thanksgiving, I think yesterday or on Monday of this week, Saudi Arabia said no to drilling for more oil for America. So we're going to see what's going to happen.
Savaged, unfiltered.
More freaking money that Joe Biden wants to send out. I mean, he just sent out $30 million. What was it? 30 million or 30? I think it was 30 billion. Excuse me, 30 billion. I had to get the correct notation. Yeah, 30 billion, guys, last week.
Wow.
Yeah. What is your thoughts on it, David, by the way? Because you're a pastor, right?
Yes.
So what is your well, I hope sorry.
No, you're fine.
I mean, what is your thoughts on, because you live in a conservative state and stuff. Well, number one, I have, before we go into that, what is going on with the lieutenant governor and your governor? You have a Democrat governor, but at the same time, you have a Republican lieutenant governor. How does that work in North Carolina?
So when we ask how does that work, it's just that's the same question I asked, because you're not on the same level playing field. That's number one. You're both a part of two different agendas. When it comes down to it, I just think, and this is just my opinion, is that they're going to, and that the state wants to push the Republicans back in, and for whatever reason, but that's what I see. They're really not really in the headlines. It's not really pushing them two together, if it makes sense. They're kind of like seen in a different limelight. So if you're a Democrat, you're going to see him by himself most of the time. If you're a Republican, you're going to see the Republican by themselves most of the time. When you try to bring them both together, it's just like you having a Democrat and Republican in the same house. There's going to be some conflict of interest. There's going to be some choice words put out. So that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, but there's got to be a headache, David. I mean, you got, Republican, Democrat, bicker battering constantly over stupid crap that doesn't need to be brought up. I mean, I've been to North Carolina, folks. It's a beautiful state. It really is. It's paradise amongst its own paradise. I have family that reside not too far from Raleigh, a little town called Rocky Mount. I don't know how far you are from Rocky Mount, David, but it's beautiful over there, and it's but you got to remember, North Carolina has been like this for years. I think they've always had that divide in their politics between Republican and Democrat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've always had that, and just to jump on that, it's been a headache because, again, you have one group saying this, and then you have another group saying that, and then it's like, well, how do we tilt the scale when you have both in, but both groups want their own type of agenda pushed? It just doesn't seem to make sense. If you had both either as a Democrat or both as Republican, you're going to get what the Democrats want, or you're going to get what the Republicans want. You're not going to get this unbalanced scale.
Yeah. You know what you guys need? You guys need a leader like Lindsey Graham.
Yeah.
Balance it out. Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
so we're looking. So as of we're looking at the So I'm on Fox News and stuff because there's major things that just came out and stuff. So we're looking at this whole gas shortage and this whole gas thing. Well, in North Carolina and stuff, the average gas prices in North Carolina is $3.32.
What?
And then the average price though across America has gone way up from $3.69 to $6.96. The average gas price.
Wow.
And do you think that affects people from shopping, from going to Black Friday shopping, or not really? Gay?
Honestly, I'm gonna say no, because we're ingrained as a group of people to spend, makeup to spend. And if you don't have the money, go swipe your credit card off the borrowed money, because that's how the banks make money. And if the banks are making money, that's the biggest thing. They're saying, well, your economy's making money, where you live is making money. But people are going
to you. That is amazing. That is saving. That is promising. But there is a catch. The catch is for you to pay back.
Well, David, this is kind of linking into somewhat of a discussion I had on Sasha's show, the Sasha show today on crypto.
Okay.
They want to go to this crap, man. It's crap. It's crypto crap. We were talking about this like 10 years ago, man, when it first came into existence, and everybody was high on the freaking crypto. Oh, crypto is this, and there's so much greatness to crypto.
They're gonna keep throwing money, and that's why I think this whole cryptocurrency thing and the downfall of this whole cryptocurrency. I think a lot of it, and I think a lot of people are starting to wake up and realize, and hopefully the Republicans that now
I looked at crypto as another idea similar to regular stocks or regular bonds and stuff like that, where I'm looking at it, I'm like, you know what, it's a system similar to that, and it has the ability, David, to crash, and that's what we're seeing right now. Crypto is crashing right now, and now everybody's going to the plastic stuff. They're going back to credit cards. So
and the funny thing is, before we continue on, so a couple days ago when that podcast of the downfall of cryptocurrency, when I posted that on, there was a news report came out stating that, actually a day after, where Biden came out stating that the reason why cryptocurrency is falling is because of the unvaccinated and because of climate change.
Oh, give me a break.
No, literally, I literally, that's what.
Gosh, that's the most stupidest bullshit I ever heard. I mean, come on.
He literally said that, and Fox News came out with that, and so did Newsmax. I mean, so David, what are your thoughts on cryptocurrency anyway? Because did you hear my episode with with Michael, or?
I was actually going to listen to that episode actually today. My thoughts on crypto is when it first, like when it first came out. I wasn't big on it. I never jumped on the bandwagon. I just think that when it comes down to crypto, the reason people jumped in was because of all these promises people were saying it can do for you. Oh, this is going to be the new money. This is going to be this. And people jumped on it. They didn't.
And I was one of them.
Right. Oh, and they give no time. You have to give something time, because even if you come in on the back end, let's say it's making money, you come in on the back end, at least you know that, okay, it's making money. Because if you get in something and it fails, that's when the problem really rises, is when it fails. No one cares when it starts off, because it's like, oh, it's going to be a bumpy road. We got to get used to it. But once it really fails, that's when the issue arises.
David, man, I got a question for you. You're a pastor. You're a man of faith and everything. In your church, are you seeing any of your members, that are literally jumping on this current cryptocurrency stuff?
Not really. And the reason I say not really is because many people in the church today are a lot of older people, and they don't really mess around with the new technology that's out there, or the new fad, as we call it. They're more so like in that old phase of, I want to do it with my money. I want to work with a regular bank, and I want to be able to touch my money when I need it. So that's
the most you'll see issues is probably like a credit card or something.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
Yeah. They're like, I'm not using this cryptocurrency stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think, but then, well, and then what do you think about like this whole Bitcoin, thinking that like, you can buy a car with Bitcoin, and you can buy, everything else with Bitcoin. And I don't know if you also heard, but I want to get your thoughts on this though, David, as well. So you see that Amazon is coming out with new stores, and it's called Palm Pay.
Right.
What is your thoughts on it? Because you're a pastor and I'm a man of faith as well. I see major red flags in that. I mean, what do you see in that?
I see red flags in it as well. When it comes down to paying for groceries and different things with your palm, your eyes, or any parts of your body, my belief is that you're taking technology to a level that one has never been seen or heard of. And then at the same time, it's putting people in situations, kind of put people in a bind, because again, like in my church, there's more older people. You're trying to get these people to change from the old way of doing things with cash and card to now throwing cash and card away, and then here, use your body parts to pay for goods.
Yeah, I see that,
Michael.
Well, I was about to piggyback off of what David's saying right now. He does say on this show here that there's a lot of older folks in his church, and I respect their decisions and everything, or I respect just about anybody's decision on that matter. But here's the scary part here, David and Zas. Okay, this cryptocurrency, do you see the churches eventually, when it comes time to collecting tithes in the church and doing what's right for, God and the Lord and everything, and doing what's good for the community? Do you see them using cryptocurrency to collect tithes for the church? I know I'm throwing it out there like that, but I see it. I can tell you right now, I see it in the next 10 years that modern churches in the 21st century are going to go to this cryptocurrency stuff.
I would like to chime in on that, if possible. When it comes down, and this is just my opinion, and this is something that is also, we're able to see it as well. The church and the state are not supposed to be intertwined.
Yes.
That is what's going on, is the church and the state are trying to come together. And when that happens, the state is going to trump the church if you don't, and listen to this closely. If the church, and I mean the people, are not real people in the church, they're going to falter to the state. The Bible has always ran the state. That's why you have the laws. That's why you have all these different things that that people hold dear to them in these states is because the makeup of the biblical rules, the biblical laws and commandments. If we allow the state to come into the church and dominate the church, you're going to get what the state gives you. You're not going to be able to have that freedom of religion as you have right now.
Yep.
I know that to be a fact.
And we saw that in California, especially right now, and how you have to submit your sermons to the churches, to the state.
For too long, spicy fast food has been anything but. No more. Spice Nirvana awaits at Arby's. Just say, I'll have a Diablo sandwich and loaded fries. Arby's, we have the meat.
It is a myth that terrorism stopped during COVID. Unfortunately, mainstream media opted to prioritize pandemic hysteria over promoting all news. Terrorism continues. Simply hoping that it doesn't affect you is not a strategy. The new book, Terror Strikes, coming soon to a city near you, featured on The Author Show, is now available in paperback from bookstores, online, or as an ebook exclusively through Amazon Kindle. Terror Strikes, coming soon to a city near you by Joseph M. Leonard. Order today.
And Wisconsin had the same problem too. And so my dad is a pastor, and as a man of God as well, I'm going to pastoral ministry as well. This is another thing that we have to be conscientious as well. And it's, to me, it's just mind blowing. Yep. That's where the state has now gone way too far, and that boundary between church and state has gone like a very unhealthy balance. And our Judeo-Christian values is being compromised. Yep. And again, we are going into the end times. I hate to say it,
Yep. Yeah. I mean, this
You're
is
probably
this
confused,
is
Michael, aren't you?
What's that, Sauce?
You're probably thinking, what are they talking about?
No, I know what you're talking about. It's we're doing a lot of spin-off of a lot of different episodes that we've touched on both my show and your show, Sauce.
It's a Thanksgiving. It's a Thanksgiving show.
Well, it's a Thanksgiving show, but it's also content that we have to bring in because this is content, David and Sauce, that mainstream will not cover. I don't know why. Right. They just don't want to cover it. I'm sure it's been brought across the desks of these huge producers and these networks, but they'd rather talk about divideness. They'd rather talk about hate. They'd rather talk about, there's so much white on white crime or black on black crime. I mean, yeah, that needs to be discussed, but you also have to discuss these key points. You know what I mean? We need to discuss this. We also need to discuss that, it's right to keep these businesses closed on Thanksgiving, so families can prepare and be around each other. When was the last time you seen a family actually put their damn cell phones down at the dinner table at Thanksgiving and actually love each other, bless each other? When was the last time you seen all that? Exactly. It's been a long time, even in my family.
The sad part is, I gotta tell you this. So yesterday we were at a Thanksgiving dinner, and I got so bored because people were talking about and some of the conversations that we're talking, the family was talking about was we started off with what you're being thankful for, but then they started talking about some weird stuff, and I pulled out my phone and somebody called me out on it, and you're like, well, you just said put down your phone and stuff. I'm like, I know, I was a hypocrite, and so I pulled out my phone yesterday during Thanksgiving. Yeah. but I was kind of bored, But overall, the Thanksgiving dinner yesterday was great, and that's how it should be. And it's missing out, going around the table, what you're thankful for, and But how's your Thanksgiving, David?
My Thanksgiving is actually great. We have a lot of things scheduled to do, family-wise, and I've already been, like you said earlier, is putting these phones away because I'm always in the belief of you need to have family time. You need to know each other. Many people, and I always say this, everyone wants to come together to a funeral, and everybody put their phones away for a funeral. But when you're in the presence of someone who's alive that can talk to you, you can talk back with them. You don't take advantage of it. I don't know why, but I'm in the old school era. Put the phone away. Let's enjoy one another, because tomorrow, the next second, the next minute is not promised to any of us.
Yeah, I can relate. I mean, obviously, David and I are somewhat pretty close in age. Sauce is, I think, the youngest. Yeah, you're the youngest in the conversation. But even my generation too, as well. My mother would. I mean, we didn't even have freaking cell phones when I was around Sasha's age. Maybe a little bit younger than him. But my mother would say, we had like these little game consoles. They were called Game Boy back then.
Yeah.
And put the damn Game Boy down. It's time to eat. And, oh man, if I remember, and if I backtalked my mother, oh my God, I would get slapped upside the face.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How was your Thanksgiving, Michael? And do you go Black Friday Did you go Black Friday shopping today, or did you like?
I've been starting to do the Black Friday shopping since like same time around you. I mean, even before Black Friday, around October, the 1st of November. Because now you got to remember that like these stores now, man, they're getting smart with Black Friday sales. Yep. They're starting at like the 1st of November. They used to start right after Thanksgiving, but they're becoming more smart now.
Did you go like? So did you celebrate Thanksgiving with your family, or did you have to travel, or no?
No, I stayed here in Florida, man. I was going to go up to Georgia because I have family that's still in Georgia, in Cartersville, which is about an hour northwest of Atlanta. Beautiful area. It's up near the Red Top Mountain range there, and over near Lake Alatona, and it's beautiful up there. But I just decided to stay here in Florida. I got so many things going on. I had a meeting with a woman that wants to sponsor the show on another company, so hopefully that can go out well. A woman from Spotify, actually, it's a sister company of Spotify, so the meeting actually kind of went well. I'm hoping it goes well, But
yeah, well, that's cool. Well, David, did you have to travel for Thanksgiving, or did people come to your house, or do you have any kids?
Yes, I have 3.
Kids, all boys?
No, 2 girls, 1 boy.
Okay.
We actually kind of did a little bit of both. We went to a couple family members' house. We also had our Thanksgiving at the house, and did a little bit of Black Friday shopping, getting a few things. We done it like you early on, due to we didn't want any hiccups. We didn't want have to be worried about, is this going to get here on time? Is that going to get here? What are the shippers saying? So we kind of did the same thing you guys did.
Now, David, do you don't go crazy, man, like all these like Looney Tunes out there where they throw cards at you and give me that damn box. That's the last TV.
Oh, and pepper spray.
Yeah.
No. I tend to go. My biggest thing is I either go early before the stores are flooded with people.
Savaged, unfiltered.
Or at nighttime when everything's died down after all the TVs have been broken and all of the good things have been broken, and I use that analogy that's been broken because half of the time that stuff people are going to bring back. They're going to bring it back. They're going to bring it back.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I have a buddy of mine that works for Walmart in the return I guess sector of the company up there in Bentonville, Arkansas, and it's a huge warehouse. And he says you should see, Mike, the amount of returns that we get on a monthly basis, thousands upon thousands of different types of merchandise, broken, damaged, not broken, not damaged. Sometimes like they buy it, they just don't want it. Sometimes they like you actually see people wearing clothes, right? And then they return it, like half this stuff is like, I mean, you would see like shit stains on the damn underwear. It's disgusting.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's really gross. But I was like, man, with that, I could never do that job. You would see like people bringing in like condoms, like used condoms. I'm like,
that is disgusting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You would think like they wouldn't accept it. It would be like some type of health code or something, but they do it.
Yeah, what do they do with all that though? Like that sits in the warehouse, and do they resell it, or what do they do?
It's a used condom. You can't resell it.
Well, not a used condom. I meant like.
No. He told me like if the TV is sellable, what they'll do is they'll ship it back to the store where it came from, and then they basically put it on like a clearance, or what Walmart calls it, like a what do they call that, like a rollback thing or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They roll back the price. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what do they do with the stuff that like is like that used condom or the clothes that have the stains on them? Do they just burn it or what?
I don't know if they burn it. He told me they just throw them away. Or the clothes. What the clothes they'll do is, he says they donate them usually to like a Goodwill or some type of like homeless coalition or something in the area.
Oh wow!
So they have that underwear that's got stains on them, and they donate it.
Oh no, that would get thrown away. Come on, Sauce, man.
Okay.
Yeah, that gets thrown away.
Sorry,
But,
I'm trying to be funny. Sorry, it's that I'm so.
No, you're fine. Hey, Sauce, man, hold that thought, dude. I got to get this pre-roll sponsor in here through Live Rishi. Guys, if you're looking for some natural CBD products, head over to www.liverishi.com. Hit that promo code Savaged Army. That's SAVAGED Army for 20% off, and you're gonna get tremendous products, guys. They're backed by 100% guarantee. If you don't like their products, you can return them for your full money back. LiveRishi.com. Hit that promo code Savaged Army for 20% off, and you're gonna get some good deals. Also, too, guys. For the month of November through early January, iHeartRadio is now featuring the holiday music section in their entire app, which is great, so keep that in mind. But guys, back to the show. I want to get into something that David mentioned. I was gonna get his comments on it, because we kind of were talking about the rocky times for the inflation, the economy, these stores closing down for Thanksgiving. A lot of people are upset. I ran into somebody the other day where they're like, how is Walmart closed on Thanksgiving? I said, well, it is a holiday. And he says, it's not fair. I said, well, I don't know what else to tell you, buddy. They're just closed. But you mentioned the business platform, David, with these decisions on keeping them closed. Now, I want to get your insights on the business platform for basically, I guess you could say in layman's terms, evolving for the Black Friday. Do you think that was a good approach, man, bringing it back to like November 1st instead of the Friday after Thanksgiving?
Yes, I think, and from a business mindset, yes. The reason I say that is because we want to get the business, they want to get the money now instead of waiting, especially with all these major companies doing layoffs. They want to be able to get that money and not have people holding back, and that's their way of doing it. Is if we put it out November 1st, from a psychological point of view, people are saying, oh, I can go ahead and get a jump on this, I can get a jump on that, because most layoffs are going to happen between now and the weeks before Christmas. So if you get the money now, the mindset through psychology and science, they say if you put the things out in front of people numerous times, they grasp, they go for it. Yep. If you put it in at a time where a person's going through a crisis, they're more likely not to buy because they have a situation going on.
Yeah, because we're seeing like right now is November, and then next month obviously is December. Right. These 2 months, folks, are the highest months in the calendar year with the huge amount of turnover rate on companies.
Oh yes.
I think the poll, there was a percentage that came out, not a poll, a percentage, excuse me, guys, where you're seeing some companies show like 45-60% of a turnover rate.
Yep.
I see it in Walmart. I know Sauce has mentioned Amazon here throughout the show. Amazon is now showing huge amount of layoffs. There are new warehouses being built right now in the country that are basically on standby.
Yeah.
I know we just had 2 warehouses built here in Central Florida, one in Cocoa Beach and one also in Melbourne, Florida. Yeah. They're brand new, David and Sauce, and they're sitting there. Empty warehouses right now. The racks are all up. The pavement has been all set. Parking lot is done. Everything's done in this building, both of these buildings, and they're not open. And people are wondering how come they're not open.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Well, and then you also have to look at Twitter too. Twitter and Facebook. I mean, they're going through some major changes as well. So like it's like this whole it's like a massive reset. But the reset that's not good. And I also think did you also know that month of November and December, especially today and leading up to Cyber Monday, it is also the highest amount where people get into credit card debt.
Eyewitness News is also keeping an eye on the economy.
It appears concerns about inflation are catching up with consumer confidence. The Consumer Confidence Index fell by more than 5 points this month. It's a change from the previous 2 months when the consumer confidence grew. Economists link those positive changes to the decline in gas prices.
The change reported in October comes after the government reported inflation accelerated last month with the cost of housing and so many other things intensifying. It is a struggle that's pushed many families to rely heavily on credit cards right now to get by. Dewan Hogard is joining us live now with more.
And Dewan, you talked to a financial expert about this. What advice can you share with us tonight?
Well, Lauren and Steve, first off, I'll let you know that we often talk about credit cards and the rising debt that Americans continue to carry on them. But as we head into Thanksgiving, the holiday shopping season, many consumers are concerned about how their finances will shape up when it's all said and done. As Americans face historic inflation rates and prices on everyday items like groceries and gas continue to increase, more and more people are turning to their credit cards for purchases.
I try not to do that. I do use a BJ's credit card only because you get money off on the gas. So overall, that's actually a good savings.
My advice is if you're going to get a credit card, try to make sure you pay it off in 30 days.
Michael Gardner, Unfiltered.
Amount where they ask for loans, and that's where they price gouge you on loans, and now you're indebted to the loan sharks, or you're indebted to your credit card. And I just can only imagine for people that that father that's getting laid off, especially because of the certain agendas, especially in the oil industry and the coal industry. And if you're on the railroad thinking, well, okay, honey, I guess we have to take out a loan to make sure that we can pay our bills or we can afford gas. And now to a point where people are losing their houses because they can't pay off because the interest rate's so high as because of the inflation. It's really sad, and they're putting more people out on the streets.
Yeah, what's the mortgage rate right now? They're up there in Madison, Milwaukee area of Wisconsin, Sauce. I don't even want to ask. It's
Where
high.
do you
Isn't
think
it?
you're going, Cracker Jack?
I says, well, I got a little prize for you, buddy.
17.9%.
Oh my God, that's a lot.
And they're about to, and starting in January, it's going to be up by 5%. So it's going to be at 23.
I know when my father lived in North Carolina, I mean, he's passed away, God rest his soul. But when he was alive, man, even back in the early 2000s there in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, he was paying a lot. He owned back in the day, they used to have these triple wide trailers. They're popular in the Carolinas.
Mm-hmm.
They put them in, they deliver them in sections and then they put them together.
Yeah,
And
why
when they
is
put
that? Quick question. I went to North Carolina and I went to Charlotte and in Florida. Why are they such a big popular thing? Because to me, that looks like they're in Wisconsin. That looks like you're in trailer parks and stuff.
Well, the trailer park image would be the single trailer, but you got to remember, Sauce, when they put these things together, man, they look like ranch houses, and his house was like a ranch home, because he was on 5 acres there, and when he was living there, man, the mortgage was high. I don't know how it is there. Is it high there right now, David? The mortgage?
Yes.
What's
the mortgage is high. It's right now they're saying that it's at excuse me. It's about 6.84%, but I know it's going to go higher than that.
That's low.
Yeah, but it's good. It's supposed to be going higher than that in the coming days.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what the mortgage rates here in Florida are, guys?
What's that? 7?
No, 8.9.
Ooh.
That's not bad.
No, they're staying at an 8.9. Thank goodness DeSantis won the re-election, because rumors were saying that if Charlie Crist won the election about a week and a half ago, the mortgage rates were going to go over 10%.
Good gracious.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, another thing I noticed is that I don't know why there's a big difference. Why the mortgage rates are higher in your Democratic states compared to your conservative states like Florida and in Texas. I mean, what do you think that is, David? I don't know about North Carolina. I mean, they're probably just stuck in the middle because they can't get, like, they're in a hostage take because you have one person that disagrees with another. But why do you think that is?
Is that to me?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Yeah.
I think, and this just goes off of history. Wherever they can get more money out of people, and people are willing to pay it, that's kind of how it's been fluctuated, and that's what I've seen. And that's just my opinion that I've seen that, because I lived in North Carolina. I've also lived in Tennessee. I lived in North Dakota early parts of my life. And I've seen that more people are more willing to spend more in places or in states that are willing to pay. Down south, you're not going to get the same pay as you would probably in New Jersey, Chicago, St. Louis, just because of how history has been set up as far as the pays go. So I think that's how the interest rates come out, and they base it off of all of that.
Wow. And another thing is that I also interviewed a representative on my show. It came out a couple of days ago. It's on Spotify as well. And we had an off the phone conversation, and they're stating that he's like, there can't be enough U-Hauls in Wisconsin because they're all used. I mean, people are moving out like in droves. And he's like, you know what? I'm like, what's that? He's like, they're moving to Florida and in Texas. You know, I'm like,
yeah.
He's like, so
yeah,
I don't know why Wisconsin can't get that.
Yeah, we're seeing a huge amount of movers coming to the state. We're seeing a lot coming from New York, which is natural. We've always had New Yorkers like favoring Florida. We're seeing people come from the Midwest.
Wisconsin?
Yeah, Wisconsin. Yeah.
Are you part of that or no?
That's part of the Midwest. We're also seeing people coming from California. And huge amount of droves from California. You know, maybe Gavin Newsom isn't doing anything. When was he ever going to do anything? But you got to remember it, guys. The interest rates will go up. As much as this inflation goes up.
Yeah.
And it's gonna slowly go up until you have better leadership.
Yeah.
And I just had a conversation with somebody on the train, because I was on a train the other day going into this downtown Orlando for other projects and stuff that I've been working on. And I was talking to this gentleman in the train, and he was telling me, he's like, do you think it has to do with leadership? I said, absolutely. Well, I always hear from mainstream that it has nothing to do with leadership, and the right is just like the left. I was like, yeah, they're right to an extent, but it depends on who's in office. So it does have to do with leadership. It has to do with who's sitting on the chair right now running the show. You would be amazed, guys. I mean, Sas has heard me on the show many times, David. I'm not trying to be mean, but I say it as it is. Sometimes I get a little, savaged on this show. Sometimes I get a little, just unhinged, but you would be very, very shocked, some people, that half these people in this country are just plain stupid. Like, they don't know anything that's going on. Like, I had a gentleman the other day that was trying to have me sign a petition for some type of new party that they're trying to evoke. It's Sas, you've seen the thing I sent you, right?
Yeah. What kind of a stupid thing was that? No offense.
I'm Ryan Clancy from No Labels, and I want to tell you all about what this movement is and what it isn't. This is a movement of people who believe in America. Not one person's vision for America, not one party's vision for America. We believe every voice counts. And for too long, too many voices have been drowned out.
But what kind of a stupid party is that?
We are not carrying.
Well, he said that he was representing. I asked him, I said, what party is this? Is this an independent party? He says, well, it's like an independent party. I'm like, okay, is it progressive? Is it a socialist party? Is it a fascist party? Like, what kind of party is this? He says, well, we don't represent the left or the right. It's Be the Change. I was like, that's the name of the party? Be the Change? He sent me, he sent me a link, and I looked at the link and everything. And when you go to the link, I'll put it in the show notes, guys, so you can actually see what I'm talking about. It has this guy on the front of the website, literally trying to say that this party is going to try to unite the two parties. I'm like, okay, another independent party. This ain't gonna go nowhere,
Yeah, and they have 6. So and then they have like pretend like the breaking news thing. They're pushing like become a member, and I'm like,
yeah, you've seen on the top of the page, right, Sauce?
Yeah, and they said that, and then if you kind of scroll down, it says no labels, Unity tickets featured on Fox News. Well, of course they're going to feature on Fox News because Fox News has become like CNN and MSNBC. So
I reached out to some people that work for Fox News because I have some pull in some other networks, and I spoke to a gentleman, okay, and he told me that this organization has nothing to do with Fox News. That it's a complete sham. I was like, well, it says it on the website, man, that it's been featured on your network. He says they're full of crap. People do that all the time. What they do is they have these little apps that they'll screenshot the Fox News logo and then they'll remove the backdrop and they'll put it right into the website. I was like, son of a bitch.
That's funny.
Yeah, because as a podcaster, David, you got to get the source in to make sure that these guys are not full of crap. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you see it on your show all the time. But by the way, I caught your last show, man. Really, really good. Sasha, you got to check out some of his shows that's coming out.
Payments. So as I was said earlier, I was saying that it was a guy who had a Crown Vic type car, used to be a police car, and this
David,
gentleman
hat tip to you, man. You're really growing with your show. I know you have yourself like your little intro music now into it, man. That was pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's like the preacher man. Yeah. It's got a little kick to it, Sauce.
Yeah, I reached out to him. I reached out to you, David. We have to try to get time for me to attend your show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have been busy.
I'm down for whenever.
All right.
Yeah, he's flexible, man. Yeah. So we're gonna wrap it up, guys. David, I want to thank you, man, for coming on. I really appreciate your content, your material that you bring on the show, as well as you, Sauce. Sauce has been on the show, guys, for almost like 200 episodes now. David, for some of my listeners that may have not heard you yet so far on the show, I know you've been on the show like 2 or 3 times. Where can they find you at, man?
Yes, sir. I can be found on starting with. I'm gonna start with Facebook. Facebook, you can find me Frazier Chronicles, one word. You can also find me on all major podcasting platforms. Frazier Chronicles is the word. I can also be found on YouTube as well, doing YouTube videos and things of that nature. Just type in the keyword Frazier Chronicles and it will pop up.
Sounds good. And I know you've been coming out with a lot of Instagram reels, guys. You got to check out some of his reels. He just came out with a few this week. Got into some really in-depth content. Really, really cool stuff. Again, David, I want to thank you, man. And I hope you have a good holiday season, man. God bless you. And if I don't talk to you soon, man, you have a good Christmas. All right, man?
Yes, sir. You do the same. Thank you.
All right, buddy.
Unfiltered.
So, Sauce, I want to get into this next topic here, man, before we close it out with you. What do you think what's going on here with the, you said there's some kind of mask thing, right?
Yeah, I sent you the thing, didn't I?
Yeah, the mask with the why are they coming up with this, man? I wanted to get your last closing reactions before we close it out.
I don't know. And my whole thing is, why did Fauci? I thought Fauci was going to leave, and apparently he's not.
He's not leaving. What? You there, Sauce?
Again. Well, and it was all brought up. The New York State governor is now telling the kids to wear masks again.
Oh.
You know, so, and I think
Yeah.
it's just, I mean, we're going back at it again, where I thought we were done with the whole masks thing, but I guess not. I think this whole thing it's a power grab, and I think it's meant to like do what they're going to do back in 2020, leading up to the presidential election, because they know that President Trump has a good chance to win. And so what they're going to do is that they're going to try to throw everything at the books for the voters to stay home by fear tacticing them. And I think it's just very, like you said, a banana republic style of government. You know, they're going to do everything and anything to.
Well, you know, Sas, we've been calling the shots on this garbage, man, for like the last 2 freaking years.
Yeah.
2 years, guys. 2 years. And they've been calling us what, Sas? Conspiracy theorists. They've been calling us liars. They've been calling us misinformers. Well, guess
Communists.
who? Communists. Yeah. Guess what, guys? Who is the liars right now? Who are the misinformers right now? Them, Sas. They've been lying to us from the get-go. From the get-go. Guys, check out one of my episodes I've done earlier in the library, going back to 2020. Okay. I posted this as a Facebook Live. It's one of the reasons why I don't do Facebook Lives anymore, because of this garbage. Okay. Facebook took down my content, Sas, saying that I was misinforming the public with the masks. The mask work. Yeah, right.
Yeah. And a matter of fact, TikTok, like this whole TikTok, once again, I can't post until like after I now can post somewhat, but like they're censoring me heavily because I've been posting about this whole What Is a Woman by Matt Walsh. He came out with a documentary, which I highly, highly recommend you watching that show. What Matt Walsh did, that documentary about what is a woman. That is very fascinating. That is something that I never learned. I learned a lot from, and he was also in the Joe Rogan Experience. But my goodness, I've never met anyone, and how so many people are like absolutely flabbergasted. And I took a little bit of the segment and I posted it, and I think you saw it on my Instagram story and stuff. Well, TikTok took it down, and I got dinged for it because I was spreading hate and I was spreading division. So now I can't post for a couple days.
Oh,
What
good.
did you think of that?
Good. I was about to get in there with you, Sas. Good. When they say that to you, you can write back to TikTok, voice your First Amendment right to them, and say, okay, if you want to take down my video, the next time this Looney Tune clown says anything about the conservative movement, are you going to remove their content for hate speech? Let's see what they do with that, Sas. Let's see if they take down some of their content for hate speech, because they show extreme amount of hate to the far right. They do.
Yeah.
These Looney Tunes, that's what I call them, guys. They're Looney Tunes. These people that wear like 7 different types of colors on the top of their freaking hair, you know, and they prance around and they're like, we have to support this movement. Movement.
And like, for instance, in Wisconsin, in our capital and stuff, for the representative I was talking to a couple days ago, and in the coming weeks, I'm going to be sitting down with other representatives. But for the first time ever in the state of Wisconsin, they're going to have an all-out drag shows in the state of Wisconsin in the Rotunda. So that's never been done before in any of the state capitals in all 50 states.
You know, Sas, they're doing the same crap. Remember that crap that they were doing in Dallas, Texas, that you were on the show with me and we were discussing about the groomer crap?
Yeah, but this is a state capitol. This is a federal building.
Yeah, they did it in the state capitol in Texas, right? Dallas, right? Isn't Dallas the state capital? I might be wrong. Austin, you're right. Yeah, I always think Dallas is the state capital.
No, Austin is. So they never. Well, they would do it in Greg Abbott's house, which is Austin, Texas. I mean, they would.
I don't think he would have that shit. I think they would tell him that, you know, Abbott would tell him to get the fuck out of this area. You don't belong in here, you crazy nut jobs.
Yeah. So what is your thoughts on that? What is your thoughts? And it's supposed to be a Christmas program, you know, and I was looking on the website and stuff, and I actually have it. And I actually have the thing. It is called, and you have to pay $10 to attend it.
Of course.
So it is, let's see. I'm trying to get it. So it's a cause.
Well, as you're looking that information up, Sash, you said it's a Christmas program. So is there a nativity set that's going to be placed in that?
Well, no, it's meant to degrade the Christian faith. So there is, and they're going to make mockery of Jesus and stuff.
God.
And so they're going to make mockery of him, and it is. Let's see. I am actually trying to pull it up right now. How did I lose it? But I was gonna, the sad part is I was gonna pay $10 to go to it, but I was not gonna, because I want to see it and stuff.
Oh boy!
I didn't know if it was going.
Ask him if you can have a voucher or something. I don't know.
Oh, so it's called a drag Christmas story.
What is it again?
A drag Christmas story.
A drag Christmas story. Are they trying to make fun of the old? Now you're young, Sas, and please don't take this to heart. But there was a movie that my brother and I and all my cousins and stuff, as we were kids, we grew up watching. It was called The Christmas Story. Are you?
No, this is what it's called. Okay, so it's called Drag Me to Christmas.
Yeah, is it similar to that? Because we used to watch this with like little Ralphie and stuff and everything. It was like called The Christmas Story. They just came out with another movie called A Christmas Story from A Christmas Story. So is it like that, but just with drag queens and stuff?
Yes. So they said that join us the next day for Drag Me at the Jungle Drag Brunch. And remember, shed heads. We're all born naked, and the rest is drag.
God,
literally, you can, and it's and the tickets are $10, and that contact the organizer to request a refund because you cannot get a refund on this. And then it's beginning to, and then and then it goes on saying that it's beginning to look a lot like drag Me Too Christmas. So it's looking like to become like Christmas and stuff, but they changed it to drag. And then they have like the drag, they have like drag stars and stuff, and then. They also have another event in the Capitol. It says Drag Fest at Flavors.
Oh man, hold that thought. I got a buddy over here, man. He's going to be helping me with the editing and stuff for the show. Hang on, Scratchy, man. Can you get that sound bit in here for Sauce? Yeah. Put that in, man, for the after cut of it. So what's it again called, Sauce? One more time, man.
So you want the whole thing?
Just do it brief here because Scratchy's gonna write this down.
Okay, so they have a song. It says it's beginning to look a lot like Drag Me to Christmas. So it's like it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, but they stated it's beginning to look a lot like drag Christmas. and then join us. And then it says, and remember, shed heads. We're all born naked. We're all born naked, and the rest is to be dragged.
Oh boy! All right. Yeah. So Scratchy said he found the perfect song for it. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks. Dude. Why we call him Scratchy is because he when he talks, man, he scratches in his voice. So that's why we call him Scratchy. He'll be on this show in January. Yeah, he's actually going to be on the show in January for our video podcasting.
So. Well, that's awesome. So what is your thoughts on it? Like, and what is your thoughts on, like, for instance, the drag festival at Flavors also in the Capitol as well? So, like, there's two drag. So one is on Sunday at 1 p.m. That's $20, and then the other one is on Friday, December 2nd at 10 p.m. in the Capitol for $10. What is your thoughts on them pushing that to the state of Wisconsin? Are you surprised that they're doing it, or not really?
I'm not
what
surprised.
What did this?
Yeah, I'm not surprised one damn bit. The only crap that we have here in Florida, man, is like in the blue liberal state areas, not states, areas. But what my thoughts of it, Sauce, is bless their little hearts. I hope they can have their little, gay rainbow Christmas spirit of a celebration, right? Let's all get. Let's all fly across the rainbow, everybody! Yay!
Yeah, I mean, whatever happened to like the true Christmas story? Whatever happened to like the true meaning of Christmas?
Savaged, unfiltered.
I know, man. I watched the Christmas Story, man, and that was a true meaning of it. You know, early in the '80s, man. I mean, the movie came out in the '70s, but I watched it when I was like 4 or 5 years old. Little Ralphie, man, and you know, the father was a grouch. He would be like, Ralphie, stop talking to your mother. Listen to your mother. You know, it was a good movie. You know,
I mean, it's sad, you know, to see that.
It is sad. It is sad.
And see, like you said, this is once again the forcing and the grooming of forcing us to comply and forcing us to accept it without reality, like forcing us to eat that green asparagus.
No, unfortunately, you know.
Or Twinkies that are unhealthy. So I gotta do a better job. It's Twinkies.
Yeah. You got to get the Twinkies in, man. Got to get the Twinkies in. Hold that thought, Sauce. I got to get another sponsor in here. We got 2 new sponsors, guys. I mentioned Liv Rishi picked us back up. We haven't had Liv Rishi in about a month, so thank you very much, Liv Rishi, for picking us back up. I mentioned in the middle of the show. But, guys, we have another one here, Limoral Products. They're razors for men and women, electric razors. If you're not familiar with Limoral, they're spelled Limura. Okay, they have a tremendous deal going on right now where you can save 29% off select products now till December 16th. So right before Christmas, you got about a week before Christmas, a little less than a week before Christmas to get that deal in. If you use the promo code, guys, I'll say it real slow so you can catch it, and I'll repeat it. It's 25FKDNOV2. Again, guys, if you use the promo code 25FKDNOV2, you're going to get 29% off select products from Limoral Products for razors for men and women. Tremendous, guys. I picked one up. It was a sample. They sent me one. The damn thing cuts your face really smooth. So maybe you should use that, Sauce. Get you a nice little shave, man.
I should. Oh, and speaking of shave, the family that I got the Christmas gift for, it finally came, and they loved it.
Really?
I think I told you what I sent them, right?
No, you didn't tell me that story. Go ahead, Sauce.
So when I was in Alaska and stuff, I went and bought like a Christmas ornament that was handcrafted, and I bought like a memento cup that changes colors. Like if you add like coffee and hot water, because she likes hot water. She likes not hot water, but she likes hot tea and coffee and stuff. So I said, well, why don't I do this for you? So then I bought her a cup. That's a very cool cup, actually. And if you were to add like any hot coffee or hot tea and stuff, it changes into the Northern Lights.
Wow, that's awesome.
And,
so she liked that, huh?
Huh?
She liked that. Then this your girlfriend, you said?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh,
I don't want. Yeah. So she and her family love the Christmas ornament because they love dogs, and so I got an ornament for the family. So I got 2 birds, and I had to order it back in October. I had to order it back like in early November because I want to make sure I got it. It actually went through.
Wow, that's awesome, man. I hope speaking of your girlfriend, man, I hope you don't mind that I put this out there, man. I hope she wasn't mad by me goofing with you, man, the other day with that homeless bit.
Oh.
I don't know if she heard that. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. I definitely. That was a very hard thing to explain. So that was okay.
Ruh-roh. Well, hopefully, if she does hear it,
What's that?
What's your girl's name?
Taylor.
Listen, I'm sorry. It was okay. My pronunciation is not there right now, but I'm sorry for goofing with Sauce. You know, we goof on the show. Please accept my apology. I was just joking. So I had to put that out, Sauce. I'm sorry, Blake, but
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was funny. You know, you gotta think, guys. I mean, Sauce was, traveling, visiting and stuff, just getting away from life, and he had to deal with these crazy Looney Tunes of homeless people following him all over the fucking place. Crazy shit. How'd you get away from them, Sauce? Did you take a swatter or something, or throw things at them, or what?
No, I just took a lift. I had a lift and all that, and I just decided to go for a ride.
Oh God.
Alrighty.
Anyway, guys, we're gonna get going here. Yeah, I forgot to tell Sauce off the air how long we're gonna go. I hope I didn't take too much of your time.
No, you're good. You're good.
But yeah, Sash, you want to plug away, because I got some listeners, man, that were actually interested in learning more about you, because we never plug sometimes about your shows. So where can they find you, man?
So I'm on Spotify. I'm on the Sauce Report on Spotify, as well as I'm on Apple Podcasts. And I am about to be off TikTok, so do not follow me on TikTok, sadly, as about to be censored off completely. But I'm on Instagram. That's where I'm trying to figure out how to make reels. I'm learning on that, but we'll see what happens. I'm on Facebook, and I recently got on Twitter, actually, for the first time.
Really?
Yeah. You're welcome to find me on Twitter, and you're also welcome to find me on any of those media handles. And if you want to listen to it, I'm on iHeartRadio called The Sauce Report. And yeah, so pretty much any podcasting is available.
Sauce is all over the place, guys. Good stuff. Guys, remember to hit that like and follow button on Sauce's platforms, as well as hit us a like, guys. Check us out on Linktree/Savage Unfiltered Podcast. Again, it's Linktree/Savage Unfiltered Podcast, guys. Thanks very much, and we'll see you during the week. Have a good holiday.